Hey guys, welcome back to day 23 of the 31 days of Halloween. And today I watched Annihilation by Alex Garland. He also did Ex Machina, which was an amazing film. If you haven't seen that one yet, definitely check it out. This film stars Natalie Portman, and it's got Tessa Thompson's in it as well. But Natalie Portman is a biologist who is married to this guy who's in the army, and he is sent away on a kind of top secret mission, I guess, and she thinks he's dead. And then one day, out of the blue, he shows up at her house, and she kind of freaks out, and then he gets sick, and so she calls the paramedics, and they come, and they take him, and they're coming away in an ambulance, and then all of a sudden, all these, black SUVs pull up, and they kind of run him off the road, and they take him back, and they knock her out, and they bring her there too. And she finds out that there is this weird phenomenon going on, and it's called the Shimmer. And everything they send into the Shimmer doesn't come back, and they can't figure out what's going on inside. So they've been kind of sending people in. They've been sending, all kinds of things in. They've been sending airplanes. They've been going in through the shore. Nothing comes back. They have no idea what's going on inside this area. So she decides that she's going to go in on the next mission that goes in. And it's her and 3 other women, I believe, maybe 4. And so they all go in, and that's kind of where the movie takes place. That's kind of where everything happens. So I won't spoil what it is that's going on inside, but they encounter all these kind of wild, crazy things. The film is very Lovecraftian, which is what I love about it. There's all these crazy things going on, plant life, crazy looking animals. The first animal they encounter is kind of this albino alligator or crocodile, and it's got like rows of teeth inside its mouth, kind of like a shark, and it's one of the first mutations that they find. And so whatever it is that's going on inside the Shimmer is kind of altering things that are going on, the plant life, the animals. And since she's a biologist, she kind of is there to kind of study, figure out what's going on, and she feels obligated to be there because she wants to find out what happened to her husband. And that's, without getting into spoiler territory, that's what happens. And I really enjoyed this movie. I've seen mixed reviews of it online, but I had a lot of fun with it. The acting was good. Natalie Portman is pretty good in everything she does. There's actually like a little bit of gore. There's a couple kills, but I loved more the Lovecraftian kind of crazy elements to the movie, and kind of the unknown, because that's what it is. They don't know what they're going into, and they can't figure out what it is, and they're just hearing all these things at night. They're finding things from people who are from other teams that have gone in. They're very disoriented. The first day they go in there, they camp, and then they all wake up, and they have no idea that they camped, and they look at their rations, and they're like, well, we've been here for 3 days, and they don't remember being there at all. They don't even remember camping. So there's a lot of things like that going on, and it all happened. The center of where all this began is at this lighthouse, and so the whole time they're going towards this lighthouse to figure out what happened. And so the moment where they go to the lighthouse is pretty cool. The ending is kind of a little ambiguous. I'm not 100% sure what the ending really means. I have an idea, but it's kind of up in the air. You really don't know exactly what happened. And even the reveal is kind of strange. It's a little unusual. It's a little bit, like I've been saying, Lovecraftian. It's weird. And the whole story is being told by Natalie Portman after she's come back from the Shimmer. So that device that's used in movies sometimes, I like it sometimes, but at other times I feel like, well, then we know this character is going to get through whatever they're in, you know, during their story. So that for a little bit ruins it for me sometimes. It's okay here, although I think I would have liked it better if it was just told straightforward. But overall, I really like this one. You know, if you like the more kind of science fiction aspect of horror sometimes, it actually reminded me a little bit of that that new Alien film. I think it was Alien Resurrection, I think, where they've landed on that planet and there's all that, you know, the early signs of aliens and stuff. It reminds me a lot of that because a lot of the terrain that they're going through is kind of like rainforest a little bit with other kind of weird things going on. So if you liked Alien, that Resurrection movie, I think that's the name of it, then you'll probably definitely like Annihilation. And if you like Lovecraft, you'll probably really dig Annihilation. It's based on a book. I've never read the book, and what I hear is that the movie strays from the book a little bit. So if you've read the book, you're probably free to watch the movie because, you know, it's a little bit different. So for me, this is probably like a 4. That's probably pretty high compared to what I've been rating recently, but I really like this movie. I like the science fiction aspect of it. I really loved the Lovecraftian Clark Ashton Smith twists that were happening in the movie. So it's a solid 4. So that's a review for day 23. I don't know what I'm watching for tomorrow. Again, I know I always say that when I do these, but I don't. So, thank you guys for watching. Like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.